So here's what happens in a lot of companies. Those pipeline reviews happen, but they happen between kind of a junior marketing person, a junior salesperson, and it's just like checkpoints, right? It's not a consultative process of where are we? What are we doing? How do we do it better? How do we bring in the rest of the team? A lot of time, your go to market success motion between customer success, sales, and marketing are baton passes. Marketing created an MQL or an SQL, baton pass to sales. You guys take it. We're done. We're going to go back to focusing more on MQL, right? How do you make sure that you're not having baton passes, but your team is operating as a team? This is a team sport and it never ends. And even when the deal is closed, retention and NRR and focus on growth and revenue expansion from existing customers, that it's all a team sport. Like, how do you ensure that you're operating as a team like that?
That's the challenge, right, Steve? And especially, I think, and let me go back to the CRO position. I think the chief revenue officer position came from that need of having this. And if you look at the CRO ads for the job posting today, most of them will say, look, we need someone that will help us connect and align marketing, sales, and CX, which is a hard task to do. It's definitely possible, but that's the challenge. And some things that I feel like are really work in our favor once we're doing that. First of all, for me, everything starts with the company. Does the company has a clear vision? As clear as it can be, depending on the size of the company, the maturity, right? But does he know where he wants to go? What kind of company he wants to be to a certain degree? So we have the team aligned on what the company is and what the company wants to be, at least on a mission level. The second stage of that is having shared KPIs between sales, marketing, and CX as much as possible, making them accountable for a bigger portion of just their own silo. For example, I had cases when we're building out the team and native teams that my head of marketing was so focused on number of SQLs because this was an important metric that we had at the time, also for investors. But the sales team was focused on higher sales tickets because it was a healthier sale to do. We're trying to move up market and they were not communicating, right? We were doing SMB strategy with the generation and the sales team were getting specialized in moving up market to mid to large enterprises. And they were not wrong, but it was missing alignment. And one of the key things that we did was creating shared goals. The SQL goal is shared. The win rate is shared. With the CX team, the churn is shared. The ROI of the accounts are shared to help the leadership be in sync and have the same horizon. I think that really helps a lot. And I strongly believe that the role of a CRO is really helpful because also on the C level, you have one person that is trying to orchestrate all of those different pieces instead of multiple C levels trying to do their own thing. And then from that shared vision, and I know it's boring, but I'll go back to the rituals and processes. What are the rituals and processes that we need to put in place to make that vision come true? Of course, so much harder to do that than to talk about it because it's all about people, right? And egos and fast-paced environment, especially with startups. But I think that's the way to get things going. And it comes with the maturity of the operation. You need to understand what are your KPIs, what you need to do you trust the data that you have available, and how to connect those teams under a single goal or a set of shared goals.